Hi guys, and I'm Dimension Jumper, and today we're doing my top 5 favourite upcoming games. Now for this list I'll be going over some of the games that I feel like when they are released and when I get to play them, I feel like I'm going to have an exciting time and find all of the cool things that are going to be in the game. So for number 5 is Marvel Spider-Man 2 uh, and the Miles Morales game. So the reason why I'm putting these two games as into one place is because I feel like that um, these two games will deal with two different things but have the same level of excitement. So for for the Miles Morales game, for the trailer that was recently released, I feel like this is going to be cool because it brings in the Tinkerer, a somewhat unknown Spider-Man villain, and I feel like within the trailer, I feel like the Tinkerer has some sort of revamp. And for the Spider-Man Insomniac 2 game, I feel like they're gonna go with the whole Venom Green Goblin villains because I feel like that's gonna be quite cool, and I think these two games will be on the same level as coolness and awesomeness. So for number 4 is the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order trailer, or for the video game. And what I feel like this is going to be, why I think it's going to be quite an interesting game is because I feel like there's going to be, um, they're going to bring up some elements from the previous game. So, for example, I feel like that Seer is going to become an Inquisitor, and I feel like that um, uh, the whole the whole cast will be like just quite cool and trying to do whatever they're trying to do what they do while trying to defeat the Empire and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. But I do think that Seer will possibly become an Inquisitor and join the dark side, and the main character, I forgot his name. Oh no, Cal. Yeah, and I think Cal will have to deal with the struggle of um, battling a former ally. For number 3 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Now, I feel like that this game is going to be probably the most impactful um, game in the Zelda timeline because I feel like that this is going to be the final time we get to see of Ganondorf. And I've made a theory video recently about how Ganondorf might return as well as Fi, and I will put the link to that theory video in the description below so you can see that video. And I feel like the well, the Breath of the Wild 2 will have this close on the main timeline, and if there are more Zelda games to come out, I feel like that there'll be like a new timeline and with a new villain and a new sort of characters, that sort of thing. And I'm quite interested in how dark the sequel will go. For number 2 is God of War 2/5, because the official title for the upcoming God of War game is God of War Ragnarok, and I'm kind of interested in what this game will bring because um, the trailer that was recently released, kind of like the Miles Morales game, it looks kind of ominous. The only thing we got to saw was that sign thing that was seen in the last game. It kind of looks like an Omega sign, kind of almost, and we only get to hear Kratos's voice. How like this is only just the beginning or something like that, and I would like to see Kratos going and Atreus going up against um, Thor and Odin, and maybe like throughout like the halfway point towards the end, something like that. Something like that. I would hope to see possibly Atreus at some point betray Kratos, and Kratos would have um, kind of like Cal in Fallen Order 2, having to try and figure out or have that some reason of why Atreus has betrayed him or something like that. I don't know. It kind of again kind of like Fallen Order 2 depends on where the story goes. And for number one is uh, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. Now I'm quite excited for this game, mainly because it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild. So I'm quite excited of how I'm quite excited of how we get to see um, what Hyrule was like 100 years in the past before Calamity Ganon just rocked up to the front door and just destroyed all of Hyrule. And I'm quite interested to see how the champions are fleshed out, because the only time we get to hear about the champions is with Impa and the leaders of each tribe. And I feel like with Breath of the Wild 2, we get to fully have the champions fleshed out. Apart from, except for like when in Breath of the Wild, we only get to see them in flashbacks and uh, only in passing mentioned by some of the tribe members. So yeah, and I'm kind of interested to see what that little egg guardian is. So yeah, I think Age of Calamity is going to be a cool looking game. So that's been my top five uh, interesting or cool looking um, video games that are going to be released. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.